you've decided a brand new home is the path that you want to walk down, whether you're buying an inventory home or you're building from the ground up, and you have that idea fixated in your mind. And now you're starting to second guess yourself. And you're like, I don't know, is this the right thing for me? Is this not the right thing to me? How do I make sure I do this the right way and make sure we don't mess this up, or we don't get in and we have regrets, or we don't get in and have remorse? So I want to give you, I've got like 6 checkpoints to walk through when it comes to evaluating the new construction market and the deal. And these are kind of some like internal checks for you as you're trying to figure this out and make this decision make sense, because you're getting ready to make one of the biggest decisions of your life when it comes to this home that you're going to purchase. So we haven't met before. My name is Zach. My team and I, we sell new construction real estate here in DFW. So what I want to share with you comes directly from conversations we've had with clients and things that, you know, we've kind of told them as they've gone throughout this process. And so I'm going to share that with you, and hopefully this gives you a little bit of peace of mind on how to get yourself in the right framework moving forward if you're going down this path of a brand new home. So most people, I feel like they don't struggle because they don't struggle with new construction because they don't understand the process. They struggle because they don't know when to stop questioning their decision, right? It's like, well, could we have got a better deal? Could we have found a different house? Could we have picked a different neighborhood? Could we have done any of these things differently? And I'm just trying to give you a simple framework to help ease some tension and get you to a place where you have some peace. So this is what I see, you know, kind of based on our experiences with clients. So number one, I think confidence comes from not finding the perfect deal. It comes from like setting yourself up for this idea of peace, right? So here's checkpoint number one. If the house sold tomorrow and you did not buy it, would you regret it? Right? So this kind of comes in when we get to where we've looked at a bunch of houses and you're kind of deciding, I'm not really sure. I need to sleep on it. I need to take time, right? So you're kind of there, but you're not there yet. So what would happen if you decided, hey, we're going to sit on it, we're going to wait, and then the sales rep called me or called you and said, hey, we're so sorry, the house is, somebody else bought it or somebody else showed up. How would you feel in that moment? Because if you're like, oh, well, that's okay, then maybe it wasn't the house for you. If you're like, oh, well, man, this was really it, then that's kind of when you start knowing you have the right house, right? Confident buyers, I feel like, can feel disappointment. Unconfident buyers start to feel panic. So, right. So there's two different things there. Regret is not, you know, you can feel sad or disappointed, but what I don't want it to do is lead you into a panic situation. Oh my gosh, we totally missed the mark. We totally missed the boat. Regret ultimately is just kind of a data point, and you just need to pay attention to it. So if we got a phone call and you were looking at a house and said, hey, you know what? It sold, somebody else bought it. How would you feel? Would you regret not buying it? Checkpoint two. This one's hard because we talk so much in the new construction space about deals and incentives and all the benefits that we get from the builders. And yes, those are very real numbers. Those are very real things, and they make huge, huge differences. Last year alone, we saved our buyers almost 7 figures so almost $1 million in incentive money or buy down money or price reductions or whatever. So the goal, we got really close last year. The goal for 2026, and hopefully we're going to make it happen, is that we get to $1 million in savings this year. So, but I say that to say, if those disappeared, right? Like if the incentive changed, would this deal make sense still? Would this home still make sense? Would this house fit for you and your family? Would it fit for your growth plan? Would it fit for, hey, how you like to live in it? Because at the end of the day, like we can get you to the perfect payment, but if you're miserable coming home, it's not going to be fun, right? And the opposite sometimes is true too. Like if we don't get to the exact perfect payment, but you find a house that you love, then you start asking the question, well, is it worth it to me and my family for us to do this? Because those are going to vary all the time. You're going to have this deal where you're like, oh, hey, well, we think we like this. And then the builder's going to roll out a new incentive while you're in the middle of your build, and you'll be like, oh, shiny penny. Can we get that? And it's like, well, probably not. They're going to change all the time. Like the market is going to shift all the time. To me, an incentive, all that does is just improves a good decision. They should not justify a shaky one. So if you're already kind of on the edge where you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, we could kind of make this work. and we're not really sure, but we're doing it because, we can get this rate. And it's like, well, if that's the only reason you're doing it, I don't know if that makes sense. So if the deal disappeared and the house still works, you're in a good position. If the deal disappears and you start questioning it, then maybe it might be time to look for something different. So again, we're just working through a checkpoint framework of like, hey, this is how we evaluate, because there's so much data and there's so much information that comes at us so quickly that if we don't get our brains wrapped around a framework of how to process it and be prepared, you're going to be overwhelmed. And I genuinely do not want that for you. So trying to give you every tool I can to help set the right expectations and set the right mindset so that you can win as you go through this. And so part of that is me telling you, hey, you're not even sure where to begin browsing. And you're like, hey, we just open up Zillow or we open up realtor.com and we just start looking and we don't even know where we're going. I want to give you something better than that. We have our website, put the QR code as always right here on the screen. You can browse by floor plans, builder, community, whatever you need. It's there as a resource, just as a starting point. It's a great place to start. So we've talked about one, if somebody else bought it, would I regret it? Two, does it make sense without the incentive? And three, can you clearly explain if somebody asked you, hey, why did you pick this community? Hey, why did you pick this particular home? Can you clearly articulate that? Have you thought through that process? And again, framework question. Hey, maybe it's, hey, this is close to our kids' school. It's walking distance to the school. It's a close commute to work. It's our church is down the way. It's hey, we knew some people in the neighborhood. And hey, the drive made sense. The day-to-day, because again, at a certain point, like I can get you the best deal I know how to get, but Zach does not have to live in your house. Zach does not have to pay your mortgage, and Zach does not have to raise your family, right? So you have to make the decisions based on all of those things. You have to make a decision based on what it's going to be like going to work, what it's going to be like on Saturdays when you get up and go to the grocery store. Confident buyers, guys and ladies that understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, they can articulate why. Oh, this checked every single box for us. The where it starts to get shaky is when you're like, well, it just kind of felt right. It's like, well, what does that mean? Like, why did it feel right? And I would tell you, clarity will beat excitement every single time. And when you have clarity on why you're doing what you're doing, because at some point that excitement's going to fade, you're going to get that mortgage payment in the mail and you're going to be like, I'm not excited about this. Or your insurance is going to go up, or your property taxes are going to go up, which is a very real thing, especially here in North Texas. And you're going to be like, it's freaking stupid. And the excitement goes away. But like the confidence of like, no, we bought here because of the schools, or we bought here because of our commute to work, or we bought here because of the life it gives our kids. Like that clarity is going to trump that excitement every single time. All right, number 4. So we were talking about if we can we explain why this works. This one to me is, I am a big proponent of, I think we always should be negotiating with the builders and asking for just a little bit more within reason, right? Like if the closing cost is 20, can we get 25? If it's 15, can we get 20? Like, can we get this thrown in? Can we get a little bit more off the price? Like there's parts of that I think are super valuable in the process, but within reason, we have to ask for the right things. So here's the question. If the initial offer comes back and if nothing changes, am I still okay to move forward? So let's say you find the perfect house. It's got 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, a study, a game room. It's on a corner lot. It has a media room. It's well within your price point, and it checks every box that you want. And you're like, okay, now we found the house. Now we're trying to win the deal. And so what happens is oftentimes people's egos get in the way. And I'm just being honest and transparent with you. Sometimes egos get in the way. It's like, oh, I gotta win the negotiation. I gotta win the negotiation. It's like, well, you're gonna win that, but you might lose the house, right? So I'm all for, hey, let's go have a conversation and see what we can do and see what's possible and see what might make sense. But so the question is, if nothing changes, like if they come back and say, nope, this is our final offer, this is the best we can do, can I move forward? Am I still okay with that? And that's huge. And you need to be able to say that out loud, and you need to be able to articulate that, because we're conditioned, like we expect things to change. Like that's just the way our brain, like we just assume it's going to work. And like the market has conditioned us to think that, well, right? But if you're going to have confidence, you've got to have the ability to accept a little bit of uncertainty. So if they come back and say, hey, you know what? We're not changing. Okay. You either at that point need to be able to say, yeah, we're good to go. Or, know what? No, we're going to move on. We're going to look for something else. We're going to wait it out. whatever. That uncertainty of how you take that gives you the confidence of whether you're making the right decision or not. And if you need things to get better to feel good, then I'll just be honest with you, you're probably not ready, or that's probably not the right house, or we probably need to keep looking, right? Like if it has to get immensely better, you're probably not fully bought in to buying that particular home. Just want to be truthful. All right, 6.5, mentally. Here's the question. Do you know exactly where you're willing to walk away? Like again, if we're talking about this house and it fits and it checks the boxes and the location's great, this is where your confidence shows up, right? Like, hey, we're not going above this price point. Hey, we're not going above this timeline, or we're not willing to go outside of this, geographic area. Like, what's your walk away point? What's your, hey, we're willing to keep looking. We're willing to keep trying to figure this out. And you have to decide that. My job is not to decide that for you. My job is just to help you get to that point where you understand. Kind of going back to checkpoint 4 is like, hey, if it doesn't get better, are you good, or are you willing to walk away? Right? I feel like I've told a couple people this a few times. My job feels like the food critic in Ratatouille, and I love this analogy, is where he's showing up and he's getting ready to order the food, and he's like, well, what do you want? And he's like, I want perspective. I'm like, okay, well, my job, from me to you, my job is to do everything I can to give you perspective so that you understand, hey, where am I willing to walk away, right? Where am I willing to say no to? What am I willing to say yes to? What am I willing to compromise on to make this make sense? What gets me into this house? Because buying a house is a huge decision, especially buying a brand new house. And the strongest position isn't to be over leveraged. The strongest position is to have clarity, right? Like this is going to be a give and take conversation between you and the builder and you and the lender and all these things that go into that. And the strongest position is not trying to show your hand of leverage. The strongest position is trying to be clear and connected and concise on what you want to have happen. All right, last one. And this is like the wrap up of how we can be confident again on making sure we're making the right decision. Is my hesitation about the house, or is my hesitation about the commitment? Am I hesitant about the thought of having a mortgage for 30 years? That's a very scary thing. Am I hesitant about the thought that the property taxes are probably going to go up because the value is going to go up? Yeah, that's a very real thing. Am I hesitant because my insurance is going to go up? Am I hesitant because I don't know what's going to happen in my job? Like, yeah, all of those are real. So is my hesitation about those things, or is my hesitation about the house? Like, oh, do I really like this location? Do I really do I really want to come to DFW? Do I really want this for my house? Do I really want this for my family? Do I really need that 5th bedroom? Do I really need the 2nd floor? Most of your hesitation, honestly, is emotional, right? I just want to say that as clearly as I can. Most hesitation is emotional, especially for my buyers that you guys are coming out from out of state into DFW. That's a big move. We left DFW for a couple of years, went to Phoenix, and then came back. And I remember what it was like moving to a new place, to not know anybody, to just be like, hey, I'm here for my job. I don't know where the grocery stores are. I don't know where anything like the restaurants are. I don't even know where I'm going to live. You just point me in a direction and I'll go figure it out. Trust me, I understand the magnitude of the decision you're making. That's why we help so many relocation clients coming into DFW. And so I just want to kind of get that gut check of like, hey, what's the hesitation? Is it the hesitation the house, or is the hesitation the commitment? Because to me, it's not the confidence that you have building the good deal, building the right house, getting the right things in place is not the absence of fear. It's understanding what your fear is actually about and naming that as part of this journey to buy this home, right? Let me say that again. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is understanding what your fear is about, being able to articulate it, being able to name it, and then finding a way to move past it. That's how you win. Those are the 6 checkpoints. Those are the 6 things that help put your brain at ease, that help make things make sense, that as you're processing this again, whether you've been in DFW your whole life and you're finally ready, we're buying a brand new home, or you're coming from Vegas or California, or you're coming from New Jersey or like wherever, and you're saying, hey, Texas is about to be home, whether by choice or whether by job or whether by family, whatever. Like, I understand all of those things that go in to making this decision, and I don't take that lightly. So when we get to have that conversation one-to-one, because you called or because you emailed, and I get to be a part of that, like I don't take that lightly. I'm very engaged in us having that and making it the best experience possible for you. Builders are always going to do things. There's always going to be houses to be built. Buyers are always going to feel pressure because you're making a massive decision. The confidence comes from knowing how to decide, not what you chase. And once these checkpoints are clear, you'll stop feeling fragile. You get to the point where everything starts to make sense and it works and you win and it becomes a glorious thing. So if I can help with that, or if you have questions, again, leave them down below. Let me know if I missed something, or if I can, you want to talk, call, text, email, book a time on my calendar. We're here to help make it happen for you and set you up with the playbook to win when it comes to buying your brand new home. So I will see you in our next one because we got a lot of good stuff coming for you. So we'll talk soon.